Today's pop music, vocals reign supreme. The charts are dominated by singers and rappers. But there's an increasingly popular genre focused more on instrumental music. William Brangham recently caught up with one of the bands at the forefront of this movement.
This Texas trio, with their airy and dreamy sound, are one of the most unlikely musical sensations. Guitarist Mark Spear, bassist Laura Lee Ochoa, and drummer Donald DJ Johnson are the band known as Khruangbin. Even though their shows sell out globally, like they did here in Vermont this summer, even they can't quite put a label on this moody genre they've carved out.
People still ask me, like, hey, so, you're in a band, what genre do you play? I was like, I don't know.
Whatever it's called, it has taken Khruangbin to great heights.
Come on, roll with me till the sun goes down.
They've had hit collaborations with fellow Texan Leon Bridges,
Texas sun.
and another with Sir Paul McCartney. Those trademark black wigs that Mark and Laura wear, they were initially put on as a lark before their first ever show, but they now offer an easy mask of anonymity. Their records have earned them critical acclaim for their undefinable brew of rock, funk, and psychedelia. But even 15 years on, the band members say the process of crafting that sound is still evolving.
Earlier in our career, yes, we had a very specific way of making songs, but I feel like that's shifted over the years. And I couldn't tell you exactly how we do it anymore because every time we go into it, it's different.
Yeah, they're just like puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
Almost like arranging furniture in a room.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where anything's going to go, and then you find one thing that works, and you're like, oh, this is where this table's going to go.
And then you paint, and it's like, oh, crap, now I have to rethink the whole
I mean, we have a saying, the song will tell you what it wants.
Yes, and that's absolutely true, but it almost takes a minute for the song to be like, put this drink down, like, oh, no, yeah.
Do you really think, I know we're talking metaphorically here, but do you really think of it as another organic entity that you guys are interacting with?
The song?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Oh, yeah.
When you're in love with someone, like really in love with someone, that's what this is. When the song is there, it's not just three of us. You know, it's the whole thing.
Khruangbin's success has ushered in a wave of other bands seeking to capitalize on this style, like Glass Beams, Arc de Soleil, and Youth, each offering their own take on this moody, guitar-driven genre. Though Khruangbin is known for their musicality, there's also that pretty unusual name. It's a Thai word that sort of means airplane, and it is a tough one for even die-hard fans to pronounce.
I was calling it like Khruangbin.
Khruangbin.
Carabing or Khruangbin?
Khruangbin. Khruangbin.
Khruangbin.
I went on Google so many times for the pronounce.
Khruangbin.
Khruangbin.
I think I'm saying it right, Khruangbin. Is that right? Khruangbin?
What's the name of this band again?
Khruangbin.
You got it!
Given your guys' success, did you ever think maybe we should name our band a more pronounceable word?
Well, we can't change it now.
We wanted the website domain to not be taken.
Yeah.
And it
That
wasn't.
was the genesis of it?
It was part of it.
You can't call your band something like, The Shoes. I mean, they're great too, but if you start like Googling The Shoes, you're going to get a bunch of shoes. Type in the first 4 letters of our band name, you're going to get us and
Khrushchev.
Khrushchev.
Yeah, that's it.
And he hasn't put out a record in years, so we're good.
And it bombed.
That was-
Ooh.
Even though they do occasionally layer vocals into their songs, almost always sung together, Khruangbin's essential sound is a trio of instrumentalists.
think that there's something distinct about listening to just instrumental music that resonates with people differently than music that is more filled with identifiable lyrics and words and sounds?
It's like the international language. I mean, I think there's that part of it.
That's something that we discovered early on when we were traveling throughout different countries that spoke different languages that we didn't speak. We could just get on stage and play, and it still works.
It allows the listener to create their own environment. It doesn't tell you what you're supposed to feel or where you're supposed to be.
I think it's also when there's not the human touchstone of her voice, I think it's slightly more challenging, but I think it's a challenge that people enjoy. They have to get over that initial hump of being like, okay, I don't speak this language.
Right.
I don't know anyone at this party.
Yeah.
It makes you have to like intentionally listen and connect. And I think that can be really moving.
Sometimes, though, their fans can't help but sing along, even if the words aren't there.
This beautiful moment that we had once in Columbus, Ohio, early on. We were playing Dernkala, and the entire room started singing Mark's guitar melody.
Wow.
Didn't have words. It was just da 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 at the top of their lungs.
I mean, they were going off too.
Yeah. It was amazing. No words, just people singing along with the melody, and that's all you needed.
For those other fans wanting to sing along with Khruangbin's tour, the band will be back in the U.S. later this month. For PBS News Weekend, I'm William Brangham.